الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين وبعد.
The Shaykh Hafidhullah, he started off by praising Allah and giving salat and sending salat and salam upon the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and then he said after which,
من مسائل الإيمان باليوم الآخر الإيمان بالجنة والنار.
from the issues of Iman as far as in the Yawm al-Akhir is the Iman in Jannah and Nar.
الجنة دار كرامة الله ورحمته والنار دار العقاب والعذاب.
As far as the Jannah, then this is the place of the where Allah will give His ikram and His rahmah. And as far as the nar or the fire, then this is the place of punishment and torment.
ويجب أن يؤمن المسلم بالجنة والنار كما جاء في الكتاب والسنة.
And it is obligatory upon the mu'min that they have iman in the Jannah and in the nar as they have come in the Sunnah.
ومن جملة ذلك أنهما مخلوقتان موجودتان الآن.
And from what that involves is that they are both created and existing right now.
وقد خالف أهل البدع فأنكروا وجود الجنة والنار الآن.
And so the people of innovation, they have gone against this and they deny the presence of Jannah and Nar right now.
وقالوا ما الفائدة من وجود الجنة والنار الآن؟
And they say, what's the benefit in having Jannah and Nar, or the paradise and the fire being present right now?
والرد على هذا الاستشكال من أوجه كثيرة، وينبغي للمسلم أن يعلم أن وإن لم نعلم الحكمة والفائدة فإنا نؤمن بما جاء عن الله ورسوله.
And the ways of refuting this shubha, or this unclear issue, is accomplished in many different aspects. But first, it's important that the mu'min, that they understand that we have to have iman in everything that has come, whether we understand the wisdom behind it or not.
قد جاء في القرآن الكريم في مواضع متعددة إخبار الله بوجود الجنة أعدت للمتقين وبوجود النار.
And it has come in the Quran al-Kareem and in numerous different places, in the statement of Allah telling us about the Jannah, the translation of which it has been prepared for the muttaqeen, and likewise similar to that about the fire.
وجاء في السنة أن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال في أكثر من حديث دخلت الجنة فرأيت كذا ودخلت الجنة فرأيت كذا.
And there has come likewise in the hadith more than one when the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam would say, I entered into paradise and I saw this, and I entered into paradise and I saw that.
وإن لم نقل بوجودهما فهذا يعني الخلف في كلام الله ورسوله وهذا غير ممكن.
And if we say that they don't exist, then this means a type of deception or a letting down as far as in regards to the kalam of Allah and His Messenger, and this is not possible.
ومن الأجوبة على إشكالهم أن وجود الجنة والنار محفز للإنسان في العمل.
And from the ways of refuting or clarifying this problem that they brought up is that the Jannah and the Nar are things that are encourage and push a person towards action.
وأيضا أين أرواح المؤمنين؟
And likewise, where are the arwah of the mu'mineen?
في الحديث أرواح المؤمنين معلقة في أشجار الجنة.
So in the hadith, there are the arwah of the mu'mineen are in the branches of trees in Jannah.
وفي الحديث أرواح الشهداء في حواصل طير خضر تغدو وتروح في الجنة.
And in the hadith, the arwah of the shuhada are inside of green birds. They go about therein in the Jannah.
وأيضا البدن منعم في القبر بما يأتي من روح وريحان من الجنة.
And likewise, the badan or the body is it gets delight in the grave due to what comes from the Jannah, from the ruh and the rayhan, from the breeze and the pleasant smell.
وأرواح الكفار في النار وهي في القبر معذبة، وهذا من أسباب أو هذا من الحكم في وجود الجنة والنار.
And the arwah of the kuffar are in the fire even while they are in the grave being tormented, and this is from the wisdoms of the Jannah and the Nar being present.
والأحاديث أو النصوص التي تدل على وجود الجنة أكثر من أن تحصى.
And the hadith or the texts that prove that the Jannah is present are too numerous to be gathered all up.
ولذلك أهل السنة والجماعة بل والمسلمون بل وأهل الديانات الثلاث وغيرها ممن يثبتون الجنة والنار كفروا الفلاسفة الذين يقولون بأنه لا جنة ولا نار.
And for that reason, the Ahl Sunnah and likewise all of the Muslims and likewise all of the three religions and likewise other than them from all of the religions that establish a Jannah and a Nar, they have considered those philosophers to be, they have considered them to be kuffar due to their denial of the Jannah and the Nar.
وأما من قال بأن الجنة والنار تخلقان بعد فهذا قول مبتدع مخالف للنصوص الصحيحة الصريحة.
And as far as the statements that, of those who say that the Jannah and the Nar will be created later, then this is an innovative statement that goes against those correct statements.
قال لا تفنيان.
So his statement is that they will never cease or they will never go away with.
الأشياء وجود من حيث الوجود منقسمة إلى قسمين.
So the things in regards to their existence are broken into two categories.
شيء محتاج إلى شيء فهذا يسمى ممكن الوجود.
Something that needs something else, so this is what is known as ممكن الوجود.
وشيء غير محتاج إلى شيء فهذا واجب الوجود وهو وجود الله تبارك وتعالى.
And something that doesn't need anything, and this is what is known as واجب الوجود, and this is Allah تبارك وتعالى.
إذن الموجودات إما واجب الوجود لا يمكن تصور عدمه لا أزلا ولا أبدا وإما ممكن الوجود.
And so therefore the things will either be the wajib al-wujud, and this is the one that is not possible to visualize its absence whether azalan or abadan, or it will be that which is mumkin al-wujud.
وأما وجود الأشياء من حيث الزمن فمنقسمة إلى ثلاثة أقسام.
And as far as the existence of things in regards to the time period, then this is broken into three categories.
ما وجوده أزلي وأبدي وهو الله تبارك وتعالى.
That which is existence is azaliyan and abadiyan, and this is Allah تبارك وتعالى.
الأزل هو الزمان الذي في الماضي ليس له بداية والأبد الزمان الذي في المضارع في المستقبل وليس له نهاية.
As far as this term azal, then this is the time in the past that doesn't have a beginning, and as far as this term abad, then this is the time in the future that doesn't have an end.
وخالق الزمان والمكان هو الله فلا يتصور أن يجري عليه أحكام الزمان وأحكام المكان فهو فوق المخلوقات على العرش استوى.
And so the one who created time and place is Allah. So it's not picturable that that it run upon him the same rulings that run upon those things that he created, because he is so he created time and place, and he rose he did this istiwa above, so he is على العرش مستوى.
ومن الأشياء الموجودة ما وجوده له بداية ونهاية كالموجودات في الدنيا.
And from the things that are existing are those things that have a beginning and an end, like the things that are in the dunya.
ومن الموجودات ما له بداية وليس لها نهاية.
And from the things that exist are the things that have a beginning but have no end.
مثل الجنة والنار.
Like Jannah and Nar.
ولكن عبد القادر هل بقاء الجنة والنار أزليا لذاتهما أو لمشيئة الله تبارك وتعالى؟
أزليا أبديا.
لا أبديا.
He says, Abdul Qadir, do we say that the existence of the Jannah and the Nar, are they existing abadiyan, like forever, due to their own self, or due to that which Allah has created them and allowed them to be? يكون بما يعني الثاني
مشيئة الله. إذن دوام الجنة والنار ليس لذاتيهما وإنما لأن الله تبارك وتعالى أراد الدوام لهما.
And so therefore the everlastingness of the Jannah and the Nar is not for their own self, but instead that Allah wanted that for the two of them and allowed it.
ومن هنا نفهم معنى الاستثناء في سورة هود وأما الذين سعدوا ففي الجنة خالدين فيها ما دامت السماوات والأرض إلا ما شاء الله أي بمشيئة الله لكن بمشيئة الله.
He says, and from here we understand the istithna, or this exception that was made in Surah Al-Hud, the translation of which is, and as far as those who had happiness, then they are in the Jannah khalidina fiha abada illa ma sha Allah, except those who Allah wills, and meaning that this is done with the Mashiach, with the permission of Allah.
ولذلك جاء بعد الاستثناء عطاء غير مجذوذ يعني غير منقطع لأن الله شاء لها الدوام.
And for that reason it came after this exception, the translation of a giving that is غير مجذوذ, meaning that won't be cut off, because this is something that Allah gave them that will never end.
وجاء قبل في النار فأما الذين شقوا ففي النار لهم فيها زفير وشهيق خالدين فيها ما دامت السماوات والأرض إلا ما شاء ربك.
And then it came before that statement as far as in regards to those people who are in the fire, that, and as far as those who and shaqu, then they have zafir, they have these torments, in the rough translation they have these torments in the fire, and then he went on, they will be therein forever except those who your Lord wills.
في جميع المواضع في ذكر الجنة والنار الخلود والتأبيد. في هذا الموضع الاستثناء لننتبه أن الخلود والتأبيد بمشيئة الله.
He says, so in all of the places when you see the mentioning of the Jannah and the Nar, then you see them being mentioned as eternally and forever. But and in this place, this istithna, or this exception, was so that we can pay attention to the fact that this eternalness is with the permission and the Mashiach of Allah.
ومن أنكر أبدية الجنة والنار أو قال بفناء الجنة والنار فإنه قد قال قولا خالف فيه ما جاء في الإسلام بل وما جاء في الديانات.
And whoever denies the abadiyya of the Jannah and the Nar, or he says that the Jannah or the Nar will cease to exist, and he has said a statement that is goes against that which is the statement of the people of Islam, and likewise the people of the rest of the diyanat.
ومن نسب القول بفناء النار إلى شيخ الإسلام ابن تيمية وابن القيم فقد أخطأ من وجهين.
And as those people who attribute the statement that the Jannah and the Nar will end to Ibn Taymiyyah and likewise Ibn Qayyim, then they have made a mistake from 2 points.
الوجه الأول أنهما قد أثبتا في غير موضع أبدية الجنة والنار.
The first aspect is that both of them have established in different places the abadiyya of the Jannah and the Nar.
والوجه الثاني أنهما إنما جاء قولهما محمولا على فناء نار الموحدين المسلمين.
And the second aspect is that their statement about the ending of this, or the fana, is to be carried upon the eternal being in the fire for the mu'mineen, the muwahideen.
والأقوال في فناء الجنة والنار ثلاثة أقوال مشهورة.
And the statements in regards to the ending, or the ending of the Jannah and the Nar, then there are 3 famous statements that are known.
القول الأول قول لبعض الفلاسفة قالوا بأن الجنة والنار لا بد من فنائهما.
The first statement is the statement of some of the people of philosophy, that the Jannah and the Nar, it is necessary that they must end.
واستدلوا بأن ما له بداية فلا بد أن يكون له نهاية.
And they use as the evidence that which has a beginning, then it's necessary that it has an end.
ونسوا أن أبدية الجنة والنار بمشيئة الله لا بنفسها.
And they forgot the fact that the abadiyya of the Jannah and the Nar are with the Mashiach of Allah, not by way of their own selves.
والله تبارك وتعالى خلق هذه الدنيا السماوات والأرض من يوم أن خلقها ونحن نراها ولم تتغير ومتى ما شاء الله تتغير تتغير.
And Allah created the samawat and this earth and this dunya, and from the day that, and from the moment that He created it, we see it and it hasn't changed. And when Allah wants, it changes.
القول الثاني قول قال به أبو الهذيل العلاف من المعتزلة.
The second statement is the statement of Abu Hudayl al-Allaf from the Mu'tazila.
قال بأن أهل الجنة وأهل النار لا يكون لهم فيه حركات وإنما يسكنون فيهما سكون الجمادات.
He said that the people of the Jannah and the Nar, they won't have any motion or any actions, but instead they will stay and dwell therein in a state of as the jamadat, or those inanimate objects.
والقول الثالث هو قول عامة المسلمين أن الجنة والنار باقيتان أبد الآباد.
And as far as the third statement, and this is the statement of the majority or the general Muslimin, is that the Jannah and the Nar will last abadan until the furthest type of abadan.
هل أحد منكم ذهب إلى السجن وراء أحد المساجين؟
Have any of you been to the prison and seen some of the prisoners?
ذهبت؟ رأيتهم؟ هل كل المساجين في السجن في درجة واحدة؟
Are all the people in the prison in the same type of level?
ها؟ يختلفون. كيف يختلفون؟ صف لي.
He said they differ. So describe to me how they differ.
كيف أنت دخلت الآن؟ هاي شاف دخلت.
بعضهم إنهم معه وبعضهم ما يسألون معه.
ها.
يقول.
زين. ما رأيت بعضهم في السجن انفرادي وبعضهم في السجن جماعي.
You haven't seen that some of them would be in general pop, and some of them be in solitary.
هل المسجونين المؤبدين مثل المسجونين المؤقتين في مكان واحد؟
Do those who get life sentences, are they allowed to be in the same places with those who don't got life sentences in the same place?
بعض الدول تفرق.
Some countries they separate between them.
ونحن نقول إن الله جل وعلا كرما منه ورحمة وحكمة لا يجعل الموحدين في النار وإن أدخلهم مع الكافرين في مكان واحد.
He said, as far as we say that Allah, due to His karam and His rahmah and His hikmah, He won't put the mu'mineen, even if they enter into the nar, He won't put them to be with the kuffar in one place.
إذ لو كانوا معهم في نفس النار لتشمت بهم الكفار. شمت.
He said because if they were to be in one place with the kuffar, then the kuffar would mock them and ridicule them because of this.
وأنا دخلت السجن كنت ألقي محاضرات في السجن المركزي.
And I entered into one of the prisons. I was giving a muhadara, and I went into the one of the prisons.
فرأيت أنهم يفرقون بين المحكوم عليه في السجن المؤبد في عنبر خاص مكان خاص وبين المسجونين المؤقتين في أماكن أخرى.
And I saw them separating between the prisoners who had life sentences, so they put them in a particular place, and between the rest of the prisoners who they would put them in another place.
ولذلك تجد البون الشاسع بين المكان المؤقت وبين المكان المؤبد.
And for that reason you would see a complete separation and difference between those who their time was forever or life sentences, and between those who had temporary sentences.
وعلى كل حال فإن قال قائل ما الحكمة في بقاء الناس يعذبون في النار أبد الآباد.
And in any situation, then if a person was to say, what is the wisdom for the people staying and getting punished forever and ever?
نسأل سؤال ما الحكمة في كون القاضي حكم على فلان بأنه في السجن المؤبد.
We'll say the same. We'll ask the question: what's the wisdom from the judge to say to this person that he ruled in his regards that he would be in prison for a life sentence?
يقول القاضي هذا الرجل إذا أدخلته في السجن 20 سنة ثم أخرجته يعود إلى ما كان عليه.
He said that the judge says that this person that entered the prison, if I was to enter him into the prison for 20 years and then he come out, then he go back to doing what he was doing before.
لا ينصلح حاله.
His situation won't be rectified.
فلذلك حكموا عليه بالسجن 70 سنة وهو يمكن ما يعيش إلا 20 سنة.
And for that reason they ruled in his regards to be in prison for 70 years, and even though he won't live for anything more than maybe 20 years.
والله جل وعلا أخبر فقال ولو ردوا لعادوا لما نهوا عنه وإنهم لكاذبون.
And for Allah has informed, and He said in the translation of which, if they were to be returned, they would then they would go back to that which they would do, that which they did. لعادوا لما فعلوا وما.
ولو ردوا لعادوا لما نهوا عنه وإنهم لكاذبون.
If they were to be returned, then they would go back to that which they were forbidden from. And I forgot the last of it. That
لعادوا لما نهوا عنه وإنهم لكاذبون.
And verily they are kadhibun, they are liars.
ولهذا أيها الإخوة الله جل وعلا يعلم أنه لو أخرج الكافرين المشركين من النار وأعادهم إلى دار الابتلاء لعادوا إلى الشرك.
And for this reason, oh brothers, Allah knows that the mushrikeen, if Allah was to take them back out of the fire and put them back, that they would go back to their shirk.
وكل ما جاء من الروايات في خروج ناس من النار فإن المقصود بهم الموحدون.
And everything that has come in any of the narrations from the exiting or the leaving of the people from the nar, then this is in regards to the muwahhidun.
كما جاء عن عمر قال لو مكثوا في النار أعداد رمل لكان لهم يوم يخرجون منها.
He said, and if they was to stay in the nar for the same amount of sand grain or grains of sand there are, they would still come out one day.
قال فالجنة مأوى أوليائه نسأل الله أن يجعلنا منهم.
He said, the author, so the Jannah is the ma'wa or the place of abode for his awliya.
ولما كانت الولاية بالفتح ولما كانت الولاية على مراتب فأهل الجنة على مراتب.
And since this walaya, and we use it with the fath, is on different levels, then the levels of paradise was likewise different levels.
والنار عقاب لأعدائه.
And the fire is a punishment for his enemies.
وكذلك الأعداء مختلفون منهم من يكون عدوا طاغيا ظالما باغيا ومنهم من يكون عدوا غير ذلك فهم في النار على دركات.
And likewise the enemy or the enmity is different levels, so from them are enemies who will be طاغيا or transgressors, ظالما and باغيا and oppressors and people who go across the limits, and then likewise there are enemies who are other than that, so likewise the enemies are in nar in different darakat.
قال وأهل الجنة فيها مخلدون.
And then he says that the people of Jannah are therein مخلدون.
وأهل النار قال إن المجرمين في عذاب جهنم خالدون.
And as far as the people of the fire, he says the translation of which is verily the mujrimeen are in the adhab of Jahannam khalidun.
ويؤتى بالموت في صورة كبش أملح.
And death will be brought in the form of a black and white kabsh.
والأملح مو بلاك مو أسود.
أسود وأبيض.
لا أسود مائل إلى الرصاصي يعني.
Okay, he said a gray ما الأسود ما الأبيض كذا.
لا هو سواد يميل إلى الرصاص.
Okay, so it's a so it said they would be brought in the form of a gray sheep or ram.
هذا متى؟ هذا بعد خروج آخر رجل من الموحدين من النار ودخوله الجنة فتغلق أبواب النار وأبواب الجنة.
He said, when will this occur? This will occur when the last person from the muwahhideen will be taken out of the nar and placed into Jannah, and then the doors will be locked, and then this will occur.
فيذبح بين الجنة والنار.
So it will be slaughtered between the Jannah and the nar.
الموت عرض من الأعراض وصفة من الأوصاف، ولكن الله جل وعلا هو الذي أوجد هذه الأعراض قادر على أن يجعلها ذوات.
And so death is an a'rad from the a'rad or a sifa or characteristics from the characteristics, but Allah is the one who created these type of things, these a'rad, and He is able to put them in the shape in a physical form.
وجاء في الحديث أن المنادي بعد ذلك ينادي يا أهل الجنة خلود ولا موت.
And it came in the hadith that a caller will call out after that, O people of Jannah, khulud, forever without any death.
ويا أهل النار خلود ولا موت.
And O people of the fire, forever without death.
وحينئذ يتمنى أهل الجنة يتمنى أهل النار أن لو صاروا في الجنة مع المسلمين، لكن الأماني هذه لا تنفعهم.
And at this point in time, the mushrikeen will wish that they would be in Jannah with the mu'mineen, but this hope won't have, this desire won't benefit them any.
ينادون الله عز وجل ويطلبون من الله عز وجل، لكن الله جل وعلا يقول لهم اخسأوا فيها ولا تكلمون.
And they'll call out to Allah and they'll call to Allah, but Allah will say to them, the translation of which is be quiet therein and don't speak. I mean, be disgraced therein. اخسأوا فيها. Be disgraced therein and don't speak.
أهل الجنة في الجنة لما يرون هذه النعمة العظيمة يعني يغبطون أنفسهم وحينئذ يفرحون فرحا ما بعده من فرح لما يرون أن الموت قد مات وأنهم يخلدون في النعيم.
And so the people of Jannah, when they see this, they'll have this ghibt of this self-envy of their own self because of that which they're in, and they'll have a happiness that there's no type of happiness after it, because they'll see that they'll be in this na'im without any death.
شريف، لو قال لك شخص أعطيك بطاقة تسكن في فندق 5 نجوم سنة كاملة، وأعطيك أو بيت ولكن هذا البيت ليس 5 نجوم وهذا البيت لك أبديا، فأيهما ستختار؟
He said, if a person says to you, Sharif, that I'll give you a card that you can live in this 5-star hotel, but you can only live in it for a year, or I can give you a house, but this house won't be 5-star, but you can live in it forever, which one would you choose? You can live in this house forever. You can always have this house, you own it.
forever. يبغى الدائم. هكذا الإنسان. طيب، وأنت تعلم أن هذا الرجل الذي وعدك صادق لا يكذب. قال أعطيك سنة فندق 5 نجوم تسكن وتأكل وتشرب فيه، أو بيت بعد 10 سنوات. ما الذي، وهذا البيت ملكك أبدا، أيهما ستختار؟
He said, so if a person was to say, I give you, and you know this person is a truthful person, and he's not lying. He said, I give you this 5-star hotel, you can eat, you can drink, you do everything therein for 10 years, or I can give you this house, and you can do all of that therein forever. Which of the two will you choose?
حتى في الكويت هي العامة للإسكان تعطي أشياء مؤقتة وأشياء دائمة، والناس لا يأخذون المؤقت، ينتظرون الدائم.
He said, even here in Kuwait, the housing department or the housing ministry or the housing body or the housing department, they give people choices of having something for a temporary time or for a continuous or unending time, and the people never choose the temporary time, they always choose that dime.
هذا الإنسان العاقل لا يختار فندق 5 نجوم على بيت دائم.
He says, so this is the person who has intellect. He'll never choose a 5-star hotel over a home that he can live there in forever.
لكن كم من العقلاء اختاروا الدنيا الفانية على الآخرة الباقية.
So, but how many from these people who claim intellect choose this dunya that is ending over the next life that is for everlasting?
كثير ولا قليل؟ كلا بل تحبون العاجلة وتذرون الآخرة.
He said, are they little or a lot? He said, then he mentioned the verse, the translation of which is, instead you تحبون العاجل, you love that which is, hurried up, and you leave off that which is the akhirah.
يقول العلامة ابن القيم: لو كانت الدنيا من ذهب والآخرة من قصب السكر، خشب قصب السكر، لاختار العاقل القصب الدائم على الذهب الفاني.
He said, Ibn al-Qayyim rahimahullah said, if the dunya was made out of gold and the akhirah was made out of the qasab or the sugar cane wood or stalk, then the one who has the intellect would choose the forever from the sugar cane stalk that will never end.
كيف والحال هو العكس. الدنيا لا تساوي عند الله جناح بعوضة، مو قصب سكر، جناح بعوضة. والجنة فيها الله أكبر. نعم.
He said, so how about if the situation was opposite? The dunya doesn't equal the mosquito's wing, not even the sugar cane stalk. The dunya doesn't equal the mosquito's wing, so how about the opposite? Wallahu Akbar.
جاء في الحديث الذي رواه الترمذي أن موسى قال لله جل وعلا: أي ربي ما أدنى أهل الجنة منزلة. في الترمذي.
He said, and it came in the hadith that is in Tirmidhi that Musa, he asked his Lord, O Rabbi, what is the lowest level of Jannah?
أدنى أهل الجنة.
What is the lowest level of the people of Jannah?
قال الله جل وعلا: رجل يؤتى به آخر واحد.
He said, a man who he'll be brought and he'll be the last one.
فيقال له: إذا فادخل الجنة. يقول: كيف وقد أخذ الناس أعطياتهم.
And it will be said to him, go ahead and enter into Jannah. And he'll say, how, when the people have already taken their portions?
فيقول الله له: إن لك مثل الدنيا ومثلها ومثلها وعشرة أمثالها.
And he said that, so Allah will say to him, you'll have that which is like the dunya, and that which was like it, and that which was like it, and 10 times like it.
فيقول العبد أي ربي تستهزئ بي وأنت رب العالمين.
So the servant will say, oh my Lord, are you making fun of me and you are the Rabb al-Alameen?
يقول الله إني لا أستهزئ بك ولكني على ما أشاء قادر.
And he will say, Allah will say that verily I'm not mocking you, but I am upon that which I want, qadir.
هكذا جاء في حديث أبي سعيد وأبي هريرة.
Like this it came in the hadith of Abi Sa'id and Abi Hurairah.
فلما قال الله لموسى إن أدنى أهل الجنة منزل من له 10 أمثال الدنيا، هنا وقع العجب من موسى عليه الصلاة والسلام.
So when the Lord said this to Musa, that the person, the lowest level in the Jannah is the person that has 10 times the dunya, then here the astonishment occurred to Musa.
طبعا الإنسان قد يتعجب، أدنى أهل الجنة 10 أمثال الدنيا ليس كثير. 10 أمثال الدنيا يعني 10 أجنحة من أجنحة البعوض، ولا شيء.
He said a person might say, you know, and he'll find some astonishment with this, and he say 10 times the dunya. That's not a lot. 10 mosquito wings. That's nothing.
ولكن الله جل وعلا ملكه واسع وعظمته أعظم من كل ما يتصوره العقل.
But Allah Azza wa Jal, his mulk or his kingdom is vast, and that which He can give is above anything that anybody can fathom or think about.
ويأتيك إبليس ويقول لك وماذا تفعل بهذه الدنيا الواسعة؟
And he said, Iblis will come to you and say to you, what you going to do with this big dunya, this vast dunya?
هذا يحتاج أن تقول لإبليس لماذا أنت الآن تفسد في الدنيا كلها؟
In this situation, you need to say to Iblis, if that's the case, why do you now cause facade in this dunya, all of it?
لماذا تأتي عند الملك وتقول له ما يكفيك هذا الملك؟ لماذا تريد ملك الدنيا؟
He said, why do you go to a king and say, well, this kingdom is not big enough for you, why you need to be the king of the dunya?
فسبحان الله، شوف إبليس من يكون عنده همة ويريد الجنة العالية يحبطه، يقول ايش تبغى تسوي في هذا كله؟
He says, so look at the situation of Iblis, the one who has some himmah, some desire, and he has these high goals, and he wants this high jannah, should I say? Iblis will come to him and try to lower it down and say, what you going to do with all that?
ومن عنده ملك من ملوك الدنيا يأتي إبليس يقول إيش هذا؟ خذ الدنيا كلها.
And then the one who has some kingdom from the kingdom of the dunya, then Iblis will come to him and say, what's this? You know, take the whole dunya.
الله المستعان. فقال موسى لربه جل وعلا أي ربي فما أعلى أهل الجنة منزلة.
And so he said, so then Musa said to his Lord, oh my Lord, then what's the highest level or the highest person in Jannah?
قال الله العظيم الجليل أولئك أقوام غرست كرامتهم بيدي فلا تعلم نفس ما أخفي لهم.
He said, these are a group of people that I've planted their
غرست كرامتهم.
I planted their karama with my yad, and so no one knows that which I have bestowed or put in store for them.
تأملوا أن الله العظيم الجليل الكبير المتعال هو الذي غرس كرامة السابقين أهل الفردوس بيده، فماذا تتوقعون أن يكون فيها؟
He said, so pay attention or ponder over how Allah, the Jalil al-Kabir al-Kareem al-Muta'al, He is the one who has planted this or gharasa this na'im for the sabiqeen with His own yad. So what do you think might be therein?
فلا تعلم نفس ما أخفي لهم من قرة أعين.
And then he mentioned the ayah, the translation, so no nafs knows what has been put in store for it from the qurrati a'yun.
لذلك لأن هذه الجنة المخصوصة للسابقين فيها ما لا يمكن لإنسان أن يتخيله، لأن ما دون ذلك متخيل بأسماء موجودة عندنا، جمال الحور مقاس على جمال النساء، الرمان على الرمان، العنب على العنب. أما ما في تلكم الجنان فهي غير موجودة في الدنيا لا اسما ولا شيئا مقاربا له.
He said, so as far as since this was done by Allah Himself and it's been put in store for them, no one is able to fathom it or to think about it or to compare it to anything else. As far as the other levels of the Jannah, then they can be compared by the things that have similar names to them. The women of the Hur will be compared to the women of the Dunya, and the Rumman, the pomegranate with the pomegranate, and the grape with the grape. But as far as these things that are in Jannah al-Firdaus, then there is nothing that is close to them, not in name nor in anything that can be slightly even compared to them.
ولهذا جاء ابن عباس قال ليس مما في الجنة مما هو في الدنيا إلا الاسم.
And for that reason, Ibn Abbas, he said that there's nothing in the Jannah from the things that are in the dunya except the names.
أما يكفي العاقل حرصا على الجنة أن أهل الجنة لا يبولون ولا يتغوطون ولا يمتخطون.
He said, isn't it sufficient for the one who has intellect that the people of the Jannah, they won't urinate, nor will they defecate, nor will they have like snot and mucus?
نسأل الله الكبير المتعال ذو الفضل الواسع العظيم الفردوس الأعلى. قيل أن يهوديا قال في حضرة إياس بن معاوية أحد أذكياء القضاة: انظروا إلى المسلمين كيف يقولون أهل الجنة لا يبولون ولا يتغوطون.
It's mentioned that one of the Yehudi, he said in the presence of Iyas bin Hums.
Iyas bin Muawiyah.
He said Iyas in the presence of Iyas bin Muawiyah. He said he was from the Adkiya. He said that look at this, the Muslimin. They say that the people of Jannah, they don't yabulun, they don't use the restroom, whether it be number 1 or number 2.
فقال له إياس بن معاوية: لم تنكر هذا؟ أو كل ما نأكله يخرج أو بعضه؟
And so he said, Iyas ibn Muawiyah, he said, I'm sorry, and Iyas ibn Muawiyah is from the Adkiya. He said, why do you deny this? He said that everything that we eat, does it come out or just part of it?
قال بعضه. قال فأين يذهب البعض الآخر؟
And he said, so where does the other part go?
قال يتحول إلى جسده قوة وطاقة.
He said it is transferred to his body in the form of strength and ability.
قال فما تنكر أن يتحول كله طاقة وقوة.
He says, so why do you deny that? Why do you deny that all of it can be changed to this quwwah and this taqa?
وقد ضرب العلامة ابن القيم رحمه الله مثلا لهذا.
And Ibn al-Qayyim rahimahullah al-Alam, he had set an example for this.
فقال هذه النحلة تأكل وتشرب ولا يخرج منها إلا العسل المصفى.
And so he says, so this bee, it eats and it drinks and nothing comes out of it except this pure honey.
فأهل الجنة يأكلون ويشربون ويخرج من مسام أجسامهم كالعرق مسكا.
He says, so the people of Jannah, they'll eat and they drink and it will not come out of their skins except sweat that it smells like misk.
أسأل الله جل وعلا أن يجعلنا وإياكم من أهل الفردوس بفضله ومنه وجوده وكرمه. صلى الله وسلم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. عندي درس حتى.
He said he had to apologize because he has another class. هل ابن تيمية الذي أنكر بقاء الجنة والنار واحد ثاني اسمه فاروق ابن تيمية أو شيء هكذا؟
نسب هذا إليه.
أيوه.
بس لكن ما أعلم صحته.
واسمه كان فاروق ابن تيمية أو غير هذا أو